first off, they don't understand the rigors it takes to being a student athlete at Division I level. I'll give you a classic example. This is a typical day for a student athlete at the University of Kansas. We lift Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday with our strength coach in our weight room. Those workouts are from 6:30 to 7:30 every morning on 4 days a week. They go take their classes. Most of our kids have 15 units. Sometime during the day when they have a 1 hour break 3 times a week, they're going to go meet with our position coach that they play. So if they're a pitcher, they're going with the pitching coach, infielders are going with the infielders, outfielders going with the outfield coach, and then obviously with our hitting coach. But 3 times a week for the first 4 weeks of school, they're going to go spend individual instruction time getting prepared for the Florida Steam practice. Then they're going to go to conditioning on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock. And when you think I can't control your life more than that, then they've got study hall from 7 to 9 o'clock. So they've got to put their required number of hours in along with their tutor sessions during the week. And at KU, our first month of the season is basically what I just formatted for you. Then the NCAA gives you 45 days to have 27 practices. So our players are going to their normal 3.5 hour day practices like you would in the spring. They still have the weight room responsibilities. They still have the academic responsibility. And they still have the tutors and study halls at night. So as you can tell, it's a really, really demanding schedule for a student athlete at the Division I level.
好きではないんですね。趣味でやってるものではないので、純粋に楽しいというふうには言えない。
But what do you think about baseball?
I love it. It could be a lifestyle. It could be a hobby. I mean, that's where people can make a living off of it. I mean, I love it. It's just a game.
How long have you been playing baseball?
Well, I'm 16 now, so I started T-ball when I was around 4 or 5, and I remember that because I was a Detroit Tigers and I was really upset because I wanted to be the Yankees, so that really sticks out in my mind. So I started around when I was 5. I could definitely put in more, but yeah, I do a decent amount. Yeah, I could definitely go to the gym more and hit on my own more, but I like doing stuff with a partner or my team, and that really helps me get motivated. Yeah, college is not a necessity for me, but I really would like to play baseball. So maybe like a small community college or small D3 school or NAIA, that'd be great for me.
So what age did you decide you wanted to do that?
To go play college, probably once I saw my friend, Mac McKisson, get recruited last year, my freshman year of high school, to play D3 baseball. He was kind of a role model for me, and he played the game the right way, and I kind of want to go after him. And also, my father also played Division II baseball, and he's been a big role model for me, so I've wanted to play like him. Also, my grandmother, she always wanted me to follow what I would like to do in life, and baseball happens to be that right now, so it's kind of those 3 main people that help me. As far as it needs to go, I mean, it's hard because for my age, I'm pretty small, and I do have, I believe, a good work ethic, I've been told, and it's just a matter of just getting out there and grinding and playing as hard as you can.
What's your routine?
For what?
Baseball. So like, what's your
Like, once I
typical
get to a
what's
game?
your typical practice?
My typical practice, really just get there. I'm always like the first one to put on my cleats and like try and get out there and go. So yeah, throw on my cleats, start stretching, do a little light jogging, stretching. Then after that, just throwing, get into a little IO, infield, outfield. Then after that, usually get into some hitting. I like working in the cages off a tee, but I also like going like live. That's always fun. And then just working on like if I had like a bad game, I did something wrong, like an error, I'd go work on that and just try and perfect what I did wrong.
So you work at Bowie Bay Sox. You're one of the bat boys.
You know?
How much work do the players put in?
They put in a lot of work, but it's a lot of like behind the scenes stuff. Like it's spring training, they do a lot there, but just on their own, like during the off season, that's where they put in all their work. That's what they focus on. That's what they just want to come into next season being prepared and get out there and go. It's definitely a lot tougher in the minor leagues because it's not like all it's cracked up to be. It's like a lot of those guys have been drafted in like the late rounds, like 30s and late 30 rounds, and they don't have a lot of money, so it's a lot of struggling, make ends meet, paycheck to paycheck during the season, and a lot of the guys have jobs during the off season, so a lot of it's like jobs, working for baseball, and family. That's big three things that I've found out from being a bat boy there. From seasonal jobs, like I know one guy, he works at a Christmas tree farm, so he does that during the off season and gets some money flowing for him and his family.
How hard is high school baseball?
It's definitely pretty hard coming from especially this area, as me going to Arundel. We have one of the better baseball programs in the county, especially, and the state too. And it's really hard to crack the lineup. And we've had some really good players come through. And it's really hard to find a way, but to get into playing the game, and you just have to practice and work ethic and your mentality, and that's what really helps. And high school baseball can be easy depending on where you come from, not a lot of people, or it can be really hard, like here when there's 2,000 kids in the school, and you have 50 people coming out for 20 spots on the JV. It can be difficult.
So what sacrifices do you think they make to get where they want to be?
As in high school players or as in professional
Just
players?
baseball in general.
Baseball, they definitely sacrifice a lot of family time, I'm sure. Sleep, that's a big one. Waking up early in the morning, going to the gym, running, doing what you got to do to get to the next step. And yeah, lots of sacrifices are put into being able to play the game that we love. All three of them have their aspects that I enjoy to watch. Major leagues, because it's cream of the crop. It's the best players in the world playing the game that we all love. And then minor leagues, you get to see the guys that are going to be the next group of guys that are playing the game at the highest level possible. And then just high school ball, I mean, it's the basic level of competition. I mean, I don't know, it's just there. And it's really entertaining to watch because lots of guys get hyped up over it. People look forward to the season, and you just want to go as far as you can, so that aspect really helps. Oh yeah, firsthand, it's struggling to find money to go and do camps with the best people. Like, I did a weekend camp for 6 weekends in the winter with the USA Baseball hitting coordinator, Greg Ritchie, and that was a struggle. It was really expensive, and it was hard getting down to Virginia, and it was about 2.5 hours from here, so every Saturday morning at 7:30 for 6 straight weeks I'd get up and meet some players that I'd go down with, and we'd just drive there and spend lots of money to get down there and get the best hitting instruction there is out there. And just money in general and time. Those are the two big things that affect baseball players in high school especially.
Do you think it hurts baseball players mentally about how far they want to go, like their desire?
Definitely. Especially after like bad performances and stuff. Scouts are there. It can be really tough to build back from that and get back on the horse and just go back to practice and start from square one again. Because many people, it can be a game where it decides your future. Scout likes you during one game, hey, that could be your shot. But if you do bad, you could be done. It's a big mentality, and that's where mental toughness comes into play. And you just gotta grind every day. Just work hard. That's how all these guys got there. Lots of these guys were projected late round draft picks, like 25 to 40 rounds, and that's where they were picked, and they've just beat the odds and worked as hard as they could to be in their spot right now. And just continue to work hard and just do what you want to do in baseball and strive for that. So student goes before the athlete part. So just being a good student comes before being a good athlete. So like if I'm struggling in class, I'll just ask my coach if I can go to that class and miss like an hour of practice, because that's how ultimately gets a college to accept you. Even though like a coach might like you and want you to sign with them to play baseball at their school, you have to qualify grades wise. So that's always my rule of thumb.
So, overall, how did the interview go?
It was good. The person giving the interview could have been better, but the questions were really good.
All right, thank you for your time.
Thank you for interviewing.
Hi, my name is Brett Williams, Chief Warrant Officer, U.S. Coast Guard.
I'm Michelle Williams. I'm Ray's mom. U.S. Coast Guard.
No.
Softball?
I played in high school, and I played semi-pro. No, I played in tournaments, like local tournaments, but nothing like what my kid does now. It depends. Is it the beginning of the season for Major League Baseball, or is it the end of the season?
It depends on where my child is playing. If my child is playing Little League is my choice.
Good answer.
So, as a parent's point of view, what do you think the baseball life is like?
As a
parent?
As a parent?
As a parent.
You see this wine? Lots of wine. Lots of time. Lots of money. And you pretty much have no vacations, because your vacation time is spent at ball games, which is fine. I have no free time. Right?
Correct. I watch Mom have no free time.
So, how much money on average do you think you spend a month on lessons?
It depends. You got batting, you got your position, you have your regular training. I would say you could spend up to easily $600 or more a month. I don't spend that much, but if you're going to practice 3 times a week, that right there is $150. And then if you're going to your agility training, that's an extra $150 a month. Not a week, a month. So easily up to $600. I don't think that's up to me. If my kid doesn't want to play, then he doesn't want to play. The money we spent, I think, would still benefit him as a as a person. He's a good kid. He respects his teammates. He respects the game. He respects his coaches. Hopefully, he appreciates the time and effort that we put into it. So I don't think it wouldn't hurt my feelings.
If I realize my child doesn't want to play, the financial support doesn't follow.
I think they have to want it. And if they want it that bad, then they're going to find a way to make it happen.
I think you have to be realistic. You may not, if you don't have the talent to be a ball player and you love it, you will find a way to be associated with playing ball, whether it's coaching, whether it's supporting a team, or it's playing.
Somewhere.
Daily, I'd say about 3 hours.
3 hours.
What do you mean hard?
Hard as in putting in the work, trying to get there with all the other kids, you know, like all the prospects and older men in the major leagues.
Being a competitive sport, it's highly competitive and it does take a lot of time.
Super, super competitive. And I think if you don't have the build of the guys you see on TV, you have to work even harder. That's all they do.
You lose family time, you lose the free time of doing the extra stuff that you want to do, the fun stuff. But if you find playing ball the fun stuff, then you're already doing it.
I think it's all mental. If you can't get past the mental part of it, there's really can't really. Yeah, it's a mental game. You have to know it. You have to always be thinking about the next play, or what if this, what if that. So if you don't have that down, then your strength means nothing.